It's time to mind your business with me, Jamillah Lodge. Tune in to find out how to mind your business with BEDC, special guest entrepreneurs, industry experts, and more. Brought to you by BEDC. Bermuda business starts here. Kimwana, welcome to Mind Your Business. You know me, your host, Jamillah. And so I'm officially Kimwana Eve, and you're the founder of Lookie Lookie.
Yes.
Which I love.
Thank you.
So we're going to talk a little bit about your reason behind starting the business. But before we do that, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay. Thank you for having me. My name's Kimwana Eve. I founded Lookie Lookie maybe 18 months ago. But I am a skilled graphic designer. I went to school to study graphic design. When I did the calculations, it's like almost 18 years.
Wow.
Since 2005, I went to the Art Institute in Atlanta. Mm-hmm. I have been fortunate to do graphic design every year since, whether it's freelance or corporate. I don't know if you remember Show Off Magazine.
Yes, I do.
I designed Show Off Magazine.
You did that?
Yeah.
So you work with Patrice?
Yes.
Okay.
I was straight out of school. She was like, oh, I have a magazine. I need you to design it. I was like, okay.
I loved that magazine.
Yes. It was, the work environment was fun because it's nothing like being around a group of people who have that entrepreneurial mindset. Yeah. So this was before people had phones on cameras. Mm-hmm. So she would have her little camera. She was like, oh, I'm going to go take pictures. Then we would take the, not the US, you know, the little chip in the camera, take it out, put it in the computer, get the pictures, put them in the magazine. It was good.
Yeah.
So that was my first freelance job. And I've been freelancing and working corporate ever since.
Okay. Well, that's great because not everybody has that story to tell. Sometimes they be like, girl, I had to go get a job at a coffee shop.
Well, I did have to get a job because my mom was like, you know, you have a skill land to pay, right? Mm-hmm. So you need to step it up. Unfortunately, that's how I got sucked in because I'm always supposed to be an entrepreneur, but then you know, that
you got
pressure.
Bills to pay.
Yes.
I understood. And you know, we have to do what we have to do. But ultimately, you knew where your passion was.
Yes.
And that brings us to Lookie Lookie. So how did you decide to do Lookie Lookie, right? First of all, tell us what it is so people know.
Okay, so Lookie Lookie is a small business directory.
Okay.
So some people's like, hey, a directory, like a film book, that's kind of ill and outdated. But no, it's more than a directory. It is a place for people to come to find what they're looking for that's small business related because, you know, a good percentage of small businesses aren't brick and mortar. So you're not going to drive by and be like, right. A lot of small business owners, they don't have marketing budgets or they don't, you know, advertise their business as much as they would like to. Mm-hmm. So with Lookie Lookie, I show up for them. Mm-hmm. So if their expertise is creating candles, then create the candles and let me promote that for you. Mm-hmm. And it gives Bermuda a central place to come to find that thing. And people don't know the names of all these businesses.
They don't.
So they might just say, I want a candle. So they type in candle and it's like, oh, wow, these 5-6 businesses in Bermuda create like handmade candles.
The thing about, I think, what you're doing, which is important, especially for some of our stakeholders, is a lot of those people are like vendors, right?
Yes.
So like you said, they don't really have this consistent presence. So you might see them at Harbor Nights or a vendor market and be like, I love that, but where do I find them again?
Yep. And I've also learned on this journey that businesses have their season.
Yes.
So people bigger businesses can advertise in other outlets all year round.
Right.
Whereas a small business might be like, hey, like Mother's Day is just my time.
Yeah.
So with my website that is in the process of, it's created, but once it really gets going, they'll be able to say, okay, Mother's Day is my time. I want to promote my business for this month.
Right.
And give them that opportunity without breaking the bank for traditional advertising.
So you mentioned website. So talk a little bit about how you deliver Lookie Lookie.
Okay.
Because it's not a physical directory.
No, it's not a physical directory. It is all in the palm of your hand.
Yeah.
It's online. So I started off with Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
I do understand that not everybody's on social media, but that was, kind of like the low-hanging fruit,
yes.
the easiest place to start. So I've gathered as many businesses as I can. And to be honest, every day a new business pops up and I'm like, wow, there's so many businesses in Bermuda.
Mm-hmm.
So we have Instagram, and I'm now not transferring, but putting the same businesses onto a website, which is heylookylookie.com.
Mm-hmm.
So people who's not on social media, they have access to the internet.
Right.
They can go to the webpage and they will be able to access all the businesses with what a standard directory would have, like contact details. If the business has a website, their website will be linked. Another feature that will be introduced is reviews.
Okay.
Because word of mouth is the number one seller. It is. Right? So we want to be able...
And it works well in Bermuda because we're so small.
Yes. We want people to be able to read and write reviews. And what I tell people, because when people think about some have had bad experiences with reviews.
Yes.
But unlike, say, Facebook, somebody goes and says, oh, I had a horrible experience. The person wakes up tomorrow and 300 negative comments later, the business or them are like in a situation.
Right.
With my website, all reviews have to be approved before they get released.
Okay.
And the business owner has the opportunity to tell the people how they handled that. So not everything is going to be good, but at least you can say, hey, this did happen, but this is how we resolved it. And people are pretty cool to be like, okay, that person might have had a bad experience and not write the business.
Right.
Yeah, so the directory will have these features. And like I said, I show up consistently promoting small business generally, but like what I was going on at the time.
So tell me about this name, Lookie Lookie. Where did that come from? It's cute.
So I wanted a name that you're not going to forget.
Right.
I wanted a name that feels relevant. So you're looking for something. So I was like, looky. And I don't know where I heard this, but a very long time ago, I don't know if it was on Shark Tank or somewhere, but somebody said, if your business name has a K in it, people would remember it.
Really?
I don't know the connection. I can't even understand why. But when I say it, people don't forget.
No, you don't. It's easy to say. Yeah.
And that's the goal, because we can't remember all the businesses' names.
Yeah.
But if you're like, okay, let me get a Lookie Lookie. Yeah.
And then, okay, the color.
So I researched colors, and yellow is bright, fun, exciting, easy, happy. And that's what I want you to feel. Like when you're just like a light and airy feeling. So that's where the color came from, the yellow.
And I see you rocking the yellow.
Of course. Always.
No, but I love it. I mean, I really do. Granted, you're a graphic designer, so now it makes sense to me. But like when I see all of your posts, all your ads and everything, it's very engaging and exciting.
Thank you.
And you want to see and you want to know more.
Thank
you.
It
makes sense to me, now that I understand how that kind of got started. So you talked a little bit about the additional support services that you provide. So you mentioned your website, you mentioned Instagram. So talk a little bit more about how vendors who list on your site get access to those extras.
Okay, so right now the focus is getting the businesses on the site.
Yes.
Once we get a good number on the site,
and do you have a target number?
I struggle with this.
Yes.
So I had a different business model where I had businesses paying to get on this site.
Right.
It was going very slow and slow. So now I've gotten rid of that.
Yes.
And I'm putting all the businesses on at no cost. And that's getting much faster. So I think I started that last week.
Yeah.
And right now I have about 30 businesses on.
Great.
Yes. So my target number is kind of like, not whatever, but it's just like the comments. So once I do my next strategic content planning for July, it'll be all about promoting the site,
right?
Like getting people onto the site. So I don't really have a number. I just know that people are coming. Mm-hmm. That's what I want, and so it's all good. If that makes sense. I don't have a number, but to answer you asked me another question.
Well, what I will say, and I will just say, I think the value of any directory for the user is that when they go there, they find what they're looking for.
Oh, that's what you asked me. What does the business owner get with? So what they get with coming onto the directory. Yeah. So we're in summer, right?
Right.
I did a post about all the different snowball spots. Mm-hmm. So those are the things that they get just for being on the directory. Right. I will, once I get a better feel for how things are going, mm-hmm. The business owner will have the opportunity to advertise.
Okay.
So people will come to the site and it could be your ad mm-hmm. on the homepage mm-hmm. because this is what you're promoting this month. I also will be creating content for people.
Okay.
I feel like I have so much to offer, but it's the time and managing my time. So I don't want to put everything out there, but it kind of is the request mm-hmm. determines what I'm offering.
Okay.
So for example, I know people have come to me and they're like, can you do product, take pictures of my product?
Yes.
Because to get a photo shoot as a small business owner is a lot. But if I could schedule 10 of you for like 15-minute slots, then you're like, yes, that was much cheaper. Mm-hmm. So those are the type of things I want to provide.
Okay.
My main goal is to make it convenient for both the user and the small business owner.
Right.
Yeah.
So why did you even decide to come up with this directory? What made you think that there was a need for it?
Because I don't think I'm extremely different from many Bermudians.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I never could find nothing. Like, I don't know. I go to the baby shower.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, that's cute. And that's that. I'm like,
where is that person that did that? Like, how do I get in touch with them?
Or I would look at somebody's Instagram story, and the story is 24 hours.
Yeah.
I don't remember whose story it was.
I know. My friend complained. She's like, I can't find this person.
Yes. And it's like, I want to support you, but I don't even know how to find you.
Right.
Unless it's your business, your coworker, family, or friend. I feel like we stay in that circle of people. And so I'm like, this allows everybody to access everybody.
That's why word of mouth works here, right? Because you stay asking, where you get that done from? I just asked you about your pearl. Where you get that from?
Yes.
And so I do think that there is a need for some place where you can go and be like, where you get that from?
Yes, right? Absolutely.
So the Lookie Lookie is the word of mouth.
I'm the plug.
The plug.
I am the plug. And the response has been amazing. Like, people just like, finally. And sometimes you don't understand, you don't know that you need something until it's here.
Yeah.
Like, we'll just keep asking.
Yeah.
And keep asking.
Yeah.
And it wasn't.
For everything.
Yeah, we'll just keep asking.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, I don't have to. And you know how you have that one friend who knows everything?
Yes. That's you.
So we joke about it, and I'm like, I might not know everything, but trust and believe, I'm resourceful.
Right.
Like, I'm gonna know somebody who knows. You're right. So, and I was like, people don't know. I don't know. Ask somebody.
Yeah.
So with these small businesses, I hope to solve that problem. Mm-hmm. And then I also would like to offer like a market listing.
Okay.
So like populate a calendar, because
you don't know how many people reach out to us who are vendors, and do you have a list of all the markets that are taking place? No, we do not.
And that's why it's important that I show up in these spaces, because if you're creating a market, I want you to come and tell me.
Right.
So I can put that out there to
let people know.
Yeah, because people want to support. That's the thing. People genuinely want to support.
They do.
But they just don't know where to go.
Yeah.
Unless we're looking at, you was at the market is over.
Right.
Let me put it out there.
To let people know. But I think that's a huge, that would be a huge plus. I'm speaking for BDC now, because it is something that we want to encourage. We, because we support micro, small, and medium businesses, right? So from our standpoint, micro would be that vendor who maybe is just starting out. And so, you have the ad hoc markets, you have the market, our rubber tree market that happens in Warwick, but what about all the rest of them?
Yep.
You know what I mean? And there's no one place where people know, okay, I'm having a market. Let me send you to Lookie Lookie.
Yes.
And then you get to build out this calendar.
Yes.
So when people reach out to us and be like, I have this thing I want to sell. Do you have a list of markets? We'd be like, Lookie Lookie here. So I do think that you're definitely providing a solution to a problem that we've recognized.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? So I think as long as you continue to do, that's what entrepreneurship is, right?
Yep.
Providing a solution to a problem. So it's interesting. Most of the people that I get a chance to chat with, that's the situation where they're like, I was looking for this. I couldn't find this. So I said, let me create it.
Yep.
And you already have that kind of entrepreneurial bent anyway, with your freelancing and all of that. But in terms of role models and things like that, are you from an entrepreneurial family? Were you exposed to entrepreneurship? No?
Let me take that back. I have an uncle who, he be sell the car, the house, the whatever. Because we need the money and we got to buy something else.
Yeah.
But my parents knew. My mom, had to condition her brain.
Yeah.
Because she's that. I'm having my job for 30 years. Yeah. I'm not leaving. I'm getting my pension, all of that.
Right.
I'm like, no, mama. If it's not fueling you, it's not working.
Right.
So if there had been men, I do work a 9 to 5. I want to be like deuces. But I've got children.
Everything in time. That's right. Beautiful ones.
Thank you.
That I got a chance to see.
I think I have it, that entrepreneurial just get up and go, because I truly believe if you jump off, you're going to
have
the
to
reward.
Swim.
It's going to be so much greater than what you planned out.
Right.
But I haven't jumped.
Right.
But I'm like one.
Well, you've got one leg in there.
So I'm not from a background, but I have a good network of people, and so I stay encouraged, and I just work. So talking to people who work a 9 to 5 is a totally different conversation from entrepreneurs. I love talking to them because the stories be stressful and crazy.
Yeah.
But it's it's life.
Yes.
The 9 to 5ers is girl, I'm getting my paycheck and I don't care. And I'm it's so boring. It's live a little. They're just I ain't taking no risk.
Well, listen, I think without risk, the reward is not great. So you take great risks, you get great reward. But it is scary.
It is. And not everybody's supposed to be an entrepreneur.
Right.
I if a plaque, a certificate, a degree on a wall.
Yes.
It's your thing.
Yeah.
I'm happy for you. It's just not my thing. I have no desire to climb that corporate ladder.
Right.
I want to live. Lookie Lookie, I get so excited. My children be like, yo, on your fan again. And I'm like, look what I'm doing. Look what I'm...
Yeah.
And I love it. I absolutely love it. I could just do this all day.
Yeah.
So I understand it's two different worlds.
Yes.
And I respect that's their
passion.
I do, but it's just not my thing.
Yeah. And I think for a lot of entrepreneurs, you included, that there has to be a balance, and there's nothing wrong with taking calculated risk, right?
Yeah. Maybe that's my
thing.
issue.
Yeah.
I need to calculate them better. I'd be like, let's just go.
I love it. Look, I'm all there. I work a 9 to 5, but we have very similar energy when it comes.
Let's just go.
Let's do it. And I think that your energy is contagious, right? And people I think, respond to that energy, because typically when you think directory, people are like, wah, wah, wah. You know? It's just like, what? Like, really? Why in 2023 would anybody be starting a directory? But you have clearly said why. There's a demand for it, right? There is a need to be able to find these things, these beautiful, unique items that are available in Bermuda, but you can't necessarily find them when you want to.
Yeah.
And then for me, I'm thinking, well, the person that lists is winning too, because now you're not a secret. You're not the best kept secret. Now people can actually find you when they want to purchase your beautiful products.
I found people get in my inbox.
Yeah.
And they be like, where can I get this? And I'm like, hold on. and they're just like, yes, like they're so excited. And I don't know if the business, because I be like, look, tell them Lookie Lookie sent you.
Yes.
Because I don't think they get that, hey, I put them onto you.
Right.
And that, I wish I had a way to track that. Because some people's like, girl, I'm over her. I'm doing my thing. And I'm like, yes, you are.
But let me tell you why.
Yes.
That was me. But I feel like we can have a further conversation about how you can do that, right?
Okay.
About incentivizing the vendors or the client to say how they found you, and then rewarding those vendors who acknowledge that they were found. You know what I mean? And so it's like a reciprocal kind of thing. It's like, if you tell, then you're going to win. You're going to get something in exchange, because the services that you offer are not just directory based. It's really around creating a whole brand or presence that this vendor may or may not have had they had not been for Lookie Lookie, right? Yeah. So I think there's definitely a way to do that, because we be talking and stuff. So. No, but I am really excited for what you're doing. But talk a little bit about the extension of the directory. What are the other things that you want to do for small businesses?
So I really want a Lookie Lookie storefront.
Yeah.
And that is all Bermuda-based products. And when I say Bermuda-based, I don't mean that stuff that came from somewhere and they stamped Bermuda on it.
Oh, you don't mean that?
No.
Not the, like, I just put Bermuda on the
China, Bermuda, Panama.
Yeah. And then it say made in China.
No.
Not that?
No. Okay. The Bermudian who, like, they can't sleep at night because this is their passion, who's creating, who did the whole science experiment to figure out how to get it just so because of our humidity and our climate. Like, I want a storefront for these items, because right now, I know this happens to you. Yeah. You find somebody's product, you buy it, and then you be like, okay, meet me downstairs. And I'll drop it.
Yes, it happens.
And you're like, I can't
time.
find you. Or you're not standing anywhere. Spot. No, just come to the one location, and they can get what they want. Also, a lot of people, this might be their passion project, right? So they do have, they work other jobs, and they don't have a physical location. And I have heard how it's difficult to get into certain retail, right?
Can be, yep.
I don't want to get into all the details, but it's not everybody gets access like everybody.
That's true.
And people have great things that they want to share, but they don't have
the funds, maybe the capital required to do it. Yes.
So I want to be able to have a Lookie Lookie experience where you step in the door. The music that you hear is a Bermudian musician. The aroma that you smell might be somebody's oil or candles that they created. Then we all have our Bermuda apparel that we like, right? But to see it all in one spot, it's nothing like that.
Right.
And then over on the side, it might be Auntie's gingerbread, banana bread, some type of drink that Bermudians have made, just to come in and have that experience. And I also want to have like a selfie type place where where it might be. So we have some amazing event decorators, and where it could change from season to season. So they might have it decorated. We have Heroes Weekend coming up. They might have it decorated a certain way. You come in, you could take your pictures. Even I think this would be a good thing for our tourists as well to come in and
for sure
speak to Bermudians. And I also, another piece of that, because my brain don't stop. That's one thing. I want to be able to go live in the store with, okay, we got this today, we're doing that, come try it out. Just a whole vibe.
I love it. I mean, and I feel like I was just in Atlanta, and I met a colleague, Tiffany Bussey from Morehouse Entrepreneurship and Innovation Center, at a place that they have at the Ponce Market, and it is exactly about what you're describing. I'm going to show you the pictures.
So afterwards. I need to go visit.
You need to go visit. Yes. It's in the Ponce City Market, and basically it's a store, exactly what you're describing, that's made up of all of these vendors, people of color, and it's beautifully decorated and all that. I'll show you the pictures. Okay. Yeah. But that sounds like what you're describing, and I think that not only will locals, because now we can find that thing that we saw at the baby shower, but I think that will be something that tourists would appreciate as well, because right now you get that kind of vibe at Harbor Nights, but then what happens on Thursday?
Right, when it's done.
Or Friday. Or Saturday. And where is that cute little dress with the gumbe fabric or whatever? I love.
Where is it?
I think they're called loquat, right? I bought this beautiful gumbe fabric dress and was looking for them ever since, from last year. Last year I bought it. So they are at Harbor Nights, but where are they physically?
Yeah.
When Harbor Nights finishes, right? So
I get it. Yeah.
Yep. We're on the same page, girl.
I know.
I think we, we definitely work together. So ultimately, what do you see happening for Lookie Lookie in your biggest vision? What is your wildest dream for Lookie Lookie?
So the directory is up and running.
Yes.
It's running itself. The storefront is up and running. But I also have the opportunity to take these businesses who, not that they've mastered Bermuda, but they want to get international. So maybe it's a collaboration with tourism, but we have a space in New York or in Atlanta. Okay. Because, in Bermuda, it's so, you have your time.
Yeah.
And when your time is up, your time is up. But that doesn't mean your product's not good, right? So you might, your hats might have ran for the last 2 summers. But let's go further. I have people who have reached out to me and they're just like, how can I get outside of Bermuda?
Right.
And it's a lot of, so I'm thankful for my corporate job because it has taught me how to, I could talk to people up here, people down here. So a lot of times the entrepreneurs be like, listen, I need to get my stuff out here, but I don't know how to talk to these people. And I'm like, okay, let's do this to make sure all your
T's and I's
because they be like, I just want to get my stuff.
Right.
But it's a process. So I would like to be able to take whomever is ready to go outside of Bermuda, but I just want to have the directory locked on,
right?
It's efficient,
working. People are using it. They're finding what they need.
Yes, and then if that means I can go to another island and use this business model, beautiful. Yeah, and just keep expanding like that because I feel like if it's a problem here.
It probably is a problem. Yep.
Yeah, somewhere else.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's what I would like. And then be able to have that level of freedom with my life.
Right.
Yeah.
Don't we all, right? I love it. So what would you say to your younger self, right? And about the experience that you've had with trying to start and create Lookie Lookie. What would you say to your younger self?
Be courageous and don't try to think of all the reasons why not. Just go with the why it can happen. Because I found that it's bigger than you could than you think it is. Like, I could find 1,000 reasons why I should not post today.
Right.
Then I'm like, look, just do it. So just like Nike says, do it. Because I had this great experience where I went to I left Bermuda and I did this course, and I'm like, this girl's got over 100,000 followers. She's killing it. But when I got there, she was having technical difficulties with the projector. And I'm like, these are the same problems I have. Like, everybody's human.
Yes.
Don't think that somebody, because they have this great following, they're making hundreds and thousands of dollars, that they're like light years ahead of you. Right. I think the difference is they're doing it.
Right.
So I would tell myself to do it and not, because I want everything to be just so.
Right.
And it's no just so.
No, it's never just so.
Just do it.
Because guess what? Just when you get it just so, it done changed. And you're like, dang it.
Like a baby.
Start all over again. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So yeah, I think
just do it.
I love that.
Yeah.
You have to.
And people are more rooting for you.
Yes.
Than you think they aren't.
Yeah.
Like, they be like, yeah, girl, you could do that, because I don't.
But I'll use it when you build it. I'll use it when you build it.
So I would say just do it, and don't worry about what people have to say, because really and truly, I don't think nobody's worrying about you. Like, people think people's worrying about them. They're not. Because I look at it this way. If you're worrying about me, you're not doing what you gotta do.
That's right.
And if you're doing what you gotta do, you're not worrying about me, because you're doing what you gotta do. So just
mind your business.
Yeah. Like the show says.
Just mind your business. Listen, it has been so fun. I always enjoy our conversations. Believe it or not, you inspire me. I'll be excited after we finish talking. I really do.
That's good.
But tell people how they can sign up and all of that.
So on Instagram, Hey Lookie Lookie is the handle.
Okay.
I am on Facebook, but I'm not as active on Facebook.
Get active for us older people.
I was just going to say that, because the people who, like, you know how you have your target audience? Yes. The mamas who are almost, early 40s, they be on Facebook.
Yes.
But I haven't figured out how to, you see how on Instagram it's, what's the word? Highlights?
Yeah.
I don't know how to work that. I don't even know if it's an option, but I haven't figured out how to do that on Facebook. But I do know that my people's on Facebook, because they be answering me, and I'm like, a week later, they said something. So I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram.
Is it Hey Lookie Lookie on Facebook too?
On Facebook it's Hey Lookie Lookie. The website is heylookielookie.com. Mm-hmm. You can email me at info@heylookielookie.com. If you want to list your small business, you can send me an email. You can call me at 735-LOOK.
Hey.
Go girl. And then, on Instagram, if you go up into the bio, the link in my bio.
Yeah.
You will see a link to list your business. Okay. It will take you right to the setup to list your business. So I think that's pretty much how you can access me.
So list your business. It's free for now.
It is.
So you want to get on, because all of the services and features and extra special things, and then all of Bermuda will be going to Lookie Lookie.
Yes.
So you want to make sure you get in now before you have to pay to do that.
Yeah. So. And I tell people all the time, like, when the tide rises, we all rise.
Yeah.
So, like, if you get on, you're only giving up, because I'm not getting on. Like, what about to, like, make this thing happen?
I love it. Thank you so much, Kimwana. Like I said, I enjoy speaking with you. I always have a good time, and I am fueled by your passion. And I feel like we have things that they're synergies, right?
Yes,
that exist. Because we support small businesses. You want to support small businesses, and we can't do it alone. So I definitely know that there's opportunities that we can work together and help some of those things that you envision for your business happen.
Thank you.
You're welcome. We minded our business today.
Yup.
And remember, if you don't mind your business, who will?
Exactly.
Thanks for tuning in to Mind Your Business with me, your host, Jamillah Lodge. Tune in next week, Thursday at 4 p.m. because if you don't mind your business, who will? Mind Your Business is brought to you by BEDC. Bermuda Business starts here.